Welcome to Indian Colibri News. This is your Jawan Joseph. First, the local headlines. Tree rescued from house fire. Tropical depression expected to weaken over Oman. The news in detail. Firefighting teams managed to extinguish a fire that broke out in a house in South Al Batain, Gownate on Sunday. Weather predictions expect a gradual decline in the intensity of the tropical depression over Dofa Gownate from today evening, the Public Authority for Civil Aviation said. Now, the world news. India to ease lockdown despite new daily infectious record. SpaceX NASA mission, astronauts on historic mission in the space station. Now, the news in detail. India will lift lockdown measures in some places from June 8, despite a record high number of cases detected nationwide on Saturday. US astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken have docked with and entered their international space stations. Now, the corona updates. Oman reports 1,014 cases along with 7 deaths yesterday, followed by 786 cases today. Now, the corona updates worldwide. The world reports 6,297,410 corona cases, followed by 374,454 deaths and 2,865,271 recovered. That's all for today. Stay home, stay safe.
Good evening. Welcome to the latest news. I am Chetan Kanha. Top headlines. Employees in Muscat return to their offices. Coronavirus. Oman's health minister discusses increase in cases. Tropical depression remains concentrated over Dofa. World news. COVID-19 cases surpass 1,70,000 in India. Death toll at 4,971. Sports news. English Premier League matches to resume next month. Now the news in detail. Many public and private sector employees in Muscat returned to their offices after the lockdown in the capital was lifted. Locals and expats had been earlier asked to work from home to stop the spread of COVID-19. However, following the decisions of the Supreme Committee to deal with coronavirus, 50% of employees working in the city came back to their places of work. His Excellency Ahmad bin Mohammed Al Saidi, Minister of Health, has explained the reasons of increasing cases of COVID-19 recently in the Sultanate. A statement issued online said, the Minister of Health said that we have noticed that there were gatherings to perform Taraweeh prayers and iftar during the holy month of Ramadan. The tropical depression is still concentrated over the Dofa Governorate, with the possibility of moving westward in the coming hours. Heavy thunderstorms could continue in the governorate and rainfall amounts may range between 100 and 200 mm in the next 24 hours. The Public Authority of Civil Aviation said in its latest alert. World news in detail. The total number of COVID-19 cases in India surpassed 1,70,000 mark, reaching 1,73,763 on Saturday, even as the death toll stood at 4,971, said the data issued by the Federal Health Ministry. As many as 265 new deaths due to COVID-19 besides fresh 7,964 positive cases were reported since Friday in the country, taking the number of deaths to 4,971 and total cases to 1,73,763. The lockdown announced on March 25 was extended for third time on May 17 till May 31. The fourth phase began from Monday. Now the sports news in detail. The matches of the English Premier League will resume on June 17, 2020. A statement issued online by Oman News Agency said the English Premier League matches will resume on Wednesday, June 17, and the return will be with Aston Villa versus Sheffield United and Manchester City versus Arsenal. The 30th stage will take place at the end of the same week. This is Chetan Kanha, winding up the news. Have a good day.
Good evening, friends, I am Aditi. I am going to say the news of today. Now the headlines. Air transport operations continue in Oman. Person trapped in vehicle rescued in Oman. New best practices for shipping sector in Oman announced. Gulf rescue teams rise of the challenge. Now the news in details. Air transport operations continue in Oman. Muscat. The Royal Oman Air Force is continuing its search and rescue operations, air transport operations, and medical evacuation within the framework of the plan to deal with the tropical situation in Doha government. Person trapped in vehicle rescued in Oman. Muscat. Rescue teams were able to help a citizen who was stuck in the vehicle in the valley, and the authorities warned that heavy rains in Doha governorate will continue for the fourth consecutive day as a result of being affected by the tropical condition. New best practices for shipping sector in Oman announced. Muscat. The Ministry of Transport will adopt new international best practices for shipping sector from the beginning of June. Gulf rescue teams rise of the challenge. Salalah. Search and rescue teams have saved more than 50 people from the rains and floods in Doha region since they have begun on May 29. Now the sports news. Sri Lankan cricketers to resume training on Monday after COVID-19 hiatus. Daniel Vitri asked Bangladesh Cricket Board to donate part of salary to low-income staffers. Brazil President Jair Bolsonaro wants football back despite coronavirus pandemic. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good evening, sir. I am Rupesh. Headlines. Roger Federer becomes world's highest paid athlete, says Forbes. SpaceX Starship rocket prototype explodes during test. Uber destroys thousands of bikes and scooters. Oman confirms 811 new cases, tally at 9,820. Omani oil price decreases. Now the news in detail. Roger Federer becomes highest paid athlete for the first time, said on 22nd May. He has won $130 million in prize money in his career. A prototype of X upcoming heavy lift rocket exploded on 29 May during ground tests in South Texas. Uber said it had decided to destroy all older models vehicles due to maintenance, liability and safety concerns. Oman confirmed 811 new cases on Friday 29th. The newly diagnosed cases include 315 Omanis and 496 foreigners. Now the price of Omani oil has decreased, with prices for delivery by next July reaching 35.09 US dollars on Dubai Energy Market on Friday. Thank you.